Gaming Morning Show continues. Thanks for being along with us for this Friday edition, January 14th, 2022. And we are eager and happy to welcome in Flippy. We're going to talk about the new game that is out as of yesterday for Oculus and on Steam. Flippy is part of the team behind the game Garden of the Sea. Good morning to you, Flippy. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Great, and we appreciate you taking the time to join us because it's interesting. I saw this game. I think I found it through Wholesome Games on Twitter.
Oh.
And then Mike had seen someone else playing it on Wednesday, probably like a preview copy or something like that. So we've actually seen quite a bit of Garden of the Sea. But for those who don't know, kind of give us the overview of the game and kind of how it came to be.
Overview of the game. I thought I was here to just destroy you guys at Rocket League.
You probably could. That would be the easiest thing you could do.
No, I'm awful at Rocket League. So Garden of the Sea is our it's like a wholesome gardening farming type VR game. It's been in early access since 2019, summer 2019. So it's very possible that you've already seen it being played before. It's just that we released the 1.0 final release yesterday. So it's finally out, and now it's also on the Quest on Oculus.
And it was a collaborative effort, right? So kind of talk about how that all came together from beta to kind of where it is yesterday.
What do you mean by collaborative? This from the whole?
With the community. Did you build it kind of?
Oh yeah. It's because of the early access. Like we take feedback from our Discord, like all the way through since we started. Like since 2019, we've always like shaped the game around what people want. So we started off with like a really base game as a preview of what it could be, and then we just asked our Discord like, hey, what would you like to see? And then we just added things that were suggested, which is a really cool and fun way to make games, I think, because it's like everyone gets to join in kind of deal.
Nice. Talk a little bit about the roles of sound and music in the game.
Well, yeah, we have this feature called, I believe it's called Reactional, which our sound guy has made. It's like a separate project with another company. But basically, the sounds in the game, like they change depending on your actions in the game. So let's say I plant a few flowers, and then the music suddenly changes, and it like reacts to the gameplay, which is a really cool feature for a game. And I believe we are one of the first games to use this specific what's called reactional. We're like the test subject for how it's supposed to work for other games. So it's super cool.
That is really cool. It's definitely a lot of fun. I was able to watch Nacy play it the other night, who is a huge VR streamer on Twitch. And it looks really fun, and I'm excited to play it. And I'm curious, though, in what ways are this game designed to be accessible?
We've basically done as much as possible, because like the genre by itself is accessible, since there's no violence, there's no everybody can play it, there's no limits, so it's kind of accessible by default. But also, since it's VR, you have to kind of take other accessibility options into consideration, such as motion sickness. Like walking in VR can feel very weird for a lot of people, so you kind of have to there's also people that like, let's say you have like a broken leg or something, and then suddenly you just can't play VR, so you have to think of all of these things. And we basically went all the way and tried to make it as accessible as possible for as many different kind of players as possible. So
that's awesome.
We have most of the accessibility options. There's always more you could do, but we really tried our best to include as many types of players as possible.
Very cool. It looks like it's a gorgeous game, and I'm excited to play it. So I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Sick.
It seems to invoke like a lot of relaxation, right? And it makes me wonder too, when you put on a VR headset, like you kind of escape from whatever environment you're in because you're now looking through this lens. How do you think games like yours and VR in general can aid in like psychological well-being?
That's actually funny, because we have like an old article from when we were in early access, like 2 years ago, I think, where like there was an actual study that was about this, like mental health and how VR could help, and they used our game as an example. in that article, and that was like a real professional medical type article, I think, if I remember correctly. So there's definitely like ways that VR could help with similar things, and I think our game has been one of those examples that this could actually help people with their mental health and like relaxation and similar things, which is super cool.
Garden of the Sea, VR only game driven by curiosity and creativity. You can find it. We just linked through to the Steam link, and it's also available on Oculus as well. Flippy, if people want to keep in touch with you behind the scenes on Garden of the Sea or just the team in general, what are some of the best social media channels to follow?
I think we have most of them. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We also have a TikTok that I'm in charge of. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm trying. And I believe we are GOTS_VR on most of them, because Garden of Sea was taken everywhere. So we're probably GOTS_VR, like GOTS, Garden of Sea.
Perfect. And we will follow you. We will keep tabs with you. Flippy, thank you so much for taking the time to join us this morning on Gaming Morning Show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. That's